It's October 21, 2021. Security cameras capture 29-year-old TikTok star Ollie Abulaban riding the elevator to his wife's apartment. From the outside, everything seems normal. But just 2 minutes later, another camera outside his wife's apartment records something far more disturbing. 20 minutes later, Ollie calls police, claiming he just discovered his wife dead. But by then, he's already long gone and thinks he's going to get away with the murder. Little does he know, his heinous crime has been recorded every step of the way by security cameras. And now the hunt is on to catch this cold-blooded TikTok killer. September 8, 2021. Dispatchers in San Diego pick up a strange call from the Spire luxury apartments downtown. On the line is Anna Abulaban reporting abuse by her husband Ollie. Shortly after the call, first responders arrive at their apartment. While Anna was calling for help, Ollie went live on TikTok, mocking her struggles and casting himself as the victim. After Ollie realized Anna had called 911 and that officers were on their way, he left the apartment still ranting about her on his live stream. Anna explains to the officer that the fight began over a suitcase. During the argument, Ollie lost his temper and pushed her. She fell, scraping her knee and hitting her head against the bed. The officer documents her injuries, photographs the apartment, and informs her that she can request a restraining order. Anna chooses not to pursue it. In recent months, their relationship has grown increasingly toxic and aggressive. But it hadn't always been this way. Anna Marie, originally from the Philippines but raised in Okinawa, was known on social media, especially Instagram, where she had a modest following. She appeared frequently in Ollie's videos, often standing beside his growing online persona. Ollie grew up between New York and Virginia, later enlisting in the US Air Force. His service took him overseas, and it was during this period that he met Anna. The two first connected in 2014 while both were in Okinawa, Japan, where Ollie was stationed. They began a relationship, and not long after they married. Their daughter was born a few years later. For a time, they lived what looked like a stable military family life. After Ollie's time in the Air Force, the couple returned to the United States and eventually moved to San Diego, California. Around late 2019, Ollie launched the online character Jin Kid. His videos gained traction quickly, especially his live-action takes on Skyrim and his impersonations of Tony Montana from Scarface. He leaned into sketch comedy with characters and dramatic flair. His follower count soared. He amassed nearly 940,000 followers on TikTok and substantial support across other platforms. He was making short skits, character voices, fake fights, and over-the-top reactions. Anna occasionally appeared in his content. In some videos, she played along with Ollie's skits or appeared with their daughter in family-style clips. On social media, they were presented as a couple living in a luxury high-rise apartment, with success, family, and comedy all on display. While Ollie's online career appeared to be thriving, the marriage between Anna and Ollie was under strain, and now Ollie is becoming more jealous and possessive. He shifts from being a loving husband to someone who constantly belittles Anna. He begins posting frequent TikTok rants about her, recording their arguments, and publicly lashing out, trapping Anna in a relentless cycle of toxicity and emotional abuse. By 2021, the tensions between them are no longer hidden. Police records show that arguments have escalated. Friends and neighbors describe fights in the apartment, and Anna confiding that Ollie's temper and behavior worry her. The situation reaches a breaking point on September 1, 2021, as we have previously seen when Anna called 911 to report abuse. Around that time, Ollie also begins accusing Anna of cheating. Even though he's the one involved with other women, he denies her the right to the same freedom. On public live streams, he rants and lashes out at her. He also starts recording her without her consent. During just 3 months between July and October 2021, multiple calls report abuse at their home. However, none of these calls lead to Ollie's arrest. Most of the calls come from worried neighbors and people close to the couple, alarmed that these violent arguments might be leading towards something far more terrifying. What none of them realize is that these calls mark the beginning of a chain of events that will soon spiral into an unspeakably gruesome end. Through all this, Ollie amplifies his online presence. He continues posting goofy skits like Skyrim and Scarface impressions, and he often includes Anna on social media. They look like the perfect couple, but behind the scenes, things are falling apart. His content increasingly shows their private problems, and his control spills into public performance. Meanwhile, Anna feels trapped. She tries to pull away. She starts speaking of getting a restraining order and threatens Ollie with a divorce. All told, by October 2021, police have responded repeatedly, but each time Ollie either apologizes or redirects the blame, and the cases don't proceed, the pattern continues. Jealousy, public humiliation of Anna, secret monitoring and harassment. In the coming weeks after that September call, things only get worse. Ollie's behavior spirals further. Friends say he's openly using cocaine. His jealousy grows too. He doesn't want Anna to spend time with friends or other guys. Throughout the fight, Anna deliberately avoids making eye contact, keeping her composure. She is fully aware that Ollie is trying to bait her into an emotional reaction, but she refuses to give him that satisfaction. Following this, Anna calls Ollie's mother, confiding in her about the trapping behavior she has been enduring. Ollie's mother knows he hasn't been the best husband and that the marriage is falling apart. Her only concern now is the well-being of her grandchild who is suffering because of it. That envy turns into control while he accuses Anna of cheating during arguments. One day, while their child is sleeping in the room, Ollie, high on cocaine, put a gun to his own head, desperate to force Anna's attention. Anna is preparing to head out to a friend's birthday party, but Ollie refuses to let her go. Consumed by jealousy, he views every person in her circle as a potential rival. But he doesn't stop there. His aggression only intensifies as the argument continues. In the end, Anna breaks down in tears. Ollie offers an apology, but it's already too late. Anna eventually calls 911 and officers quickly arrive. Just before they enter the apartment, Ollie rushes to brush his teeth, hoping to hide the alcohol on his breath. When they step inside, he slips into the role of the caring husband. All the while, Ollie believes he can outsmart everyone, but his marriage has already reached its end. The seriousness of that act is not lost on Anna. For her, it confirms what she has already feared. The home is no longer safe. She tells Ollie that she wants a divorce. This time, it's not just a suggestion, it's a decision. She tells him it's over. He's been involved with another woman, and she can't move past it. After their breakup, Anna starts seeing another man, 29-year-old Rayburn Barron. He's been her longtime friend, the one who's always stood by her through every fight. Ollie, of course, never liked him. He could sense that Rayburn wanted to be with Anna, but unlike Ollie, Rayburn is caring, family-oriented, and would never hurt her. Ollie does not accept it. He moves into a hotel nearby, but continues to hover around her life. He calls, he messages, he tries to convince her that things can go back to how they were. Anna worries she could lose her visa if she separates from Ollie, and that her daughter might be taken from her. Even so, she begins to make a plan to break free. Ally, meanwhile, continues his pattern of denial. From the hotel, he still acts as though the separation is temporary. He posts online, talks to friends, and insists that Anna is making a mistake. He comes up with a bizarre plan. He researches ways to monitor someone, listening devices, remote surveillance, installing apps on an iPad. After thorough research, he decides to install a Discord app to spy on his wife through their young daughter's iPad. Ally has secretly installed what prosecutors later call a baby monitor app. The device is left under the bed. It quietly streams audio to him wherever he is. From his hotel room, Ally hears what is happening inside Anna's home. Although they're not together, he wants to know whether she's faithful. He listens constantly for any sign of cheating. This hidden surveillance is not a single act. It is part of a pattern. Earlier, Ally used recordings and phone access. He used social media posts to track and discredit Anna. He accused her of things online and posted rants. He tried to rally followers to his side. She in turn faced harassment from strangers who believed his version of events. On the afternoon of October 21st, Ally is listening in on his wife's apartment through a secret app. What comes through are multiple voices. One of them is Anna. The other is her friend Rayburn. Ally grows convinced. He's furious. With a gun in hand and under the influence of cocaine, he leaves the hotel. He heads toward the Spire Apartments where Anna lives with their daughter. Today, their child is at school. Anna is certainly not expecting him. Around 5:50 p.m., building security cameras show Ally walking into the parking garage. Moments later, the footage captures him running back outside, then returning a short time after. He adjusts the belt around his holster. As he enters the building, he activates the audio recorder on his phone. He slips it into his pocket. With the recording on, he enters the building and rides the elevator up. Surveillance shows him standing calmly inside. His face is composed, almost still, as if nothing is wrong. His black baggy hoodie hides the gun in his holster. He swipes the clone building card he copied earlier from Anna. He presses the elevator for the 35th floor and steps inside. The ride takes only a few minutes. During it, he calmly exchanges a couple of casual words, even a smile with neighbors. When the doors open on 35, he bolts down the hallway toward his wife's apartment. He reaches the door of the unit, unlocks it with a copy of the key. He still has and steps inside. Inside the apartment, Anna and Ray are together. The confrontation lasts only moments. Ally raises the gun and fires quickly at Ray. First 2 bullets are shot into Ray's head and a third into his throat. He collapses to the floor, dead. In the meantime, Anna stands beside him, frozen in terror. She has no chance to escape. The man she once loved has turned into an unrecognizable monster. After shooting Raven 3 times, Ally turns to her, staring into her eyes. He shoots her in the forehead. Inside the apartment, Ally pulls out his phone once more. This time, he does not record audio. He takes photographs of the scene, images of Ray and Anna lying on the floor where they were shot. With the gun still in his hand, Ally begins sharing those photographs out. He sends them to his parents and friends. He seems detached from reality, as if living inside the virtual world of his online persona, possibly Scarface. Photographing their bodies and sending the images to his family becomes the chilling climax of his actions. To him, this seems like a victory. After leaving the apartment, he calls his mom and tells her what he just did. He then rides the elevator again with other residents as if nothing just happened. He does not call police from the building. Instead, he heads straight for his car. Moments later, he calls 911, trying to sound like a man who has just found his wife dead. After the call, Ally heads directly to her daughter's school to pick her up while officers hurry to Anna's apartment. There they enter the apartment by force. Officers quickly secure the building surveillance footage. Reviewing the video, they identify Ally and the vehicle he arrived in. A citywide alert goes out, warning all San Diego officers that Ally is on the run with his daughter and should be considered armed and dangerous. Meanwhile, Ally picks up his daughter from school and drives off. Acting swiftly, police track his vehicle. They initiate a pursuit. Soon after, Ally pulls over and officers close in to make the arrest. Police secure Ally's phones, social media accounts, his car, and the apartment where the killings occurred. These items became central to building a case. To piece everything together, investigators sift through text messages. They review voice recordings and any other detail that might prove useful. For years, detectives continue collecting evidence. Ally remains in custody. During this time, he makes the unusual choice to give a television interview about his case. He still appears visibly shaken by the events, presenting his case as one of passion rather than premeditation. He admits to installing an app to monitor his wife, claiming it was only to ensure her safety. Still high on coke, he sped recklessly to her apartment, swiped the copied key card, and walked in to find them together. Throughout the entire interview, Ally comes across as if he's performing. On the biggest stage of his life, he sobs, yells, and acts out of control, all in an attempt to appear both innocent and heartbroken. Behind the tears, it seems he believes he can sway public opinion, presenting himself as a man who lost everything. He's farming for sympathy, insisting he regrets not being a better husband to his wife. Although he admitted to his mother that he killed Anna, he entered a not guilty plea in court. He now insists that police have no evidence linking him to the murder. After allegedly discovering his wife's body, he picked up his daughter from school, not to flee, but to take her somewhere safe. With the killer still at large, his priority was making sure she was protected. Once again, he portrays himself as an innocent man with nothing to hide. And while friends urged him to walk away from Anna, reminding him he could be with any woman he wanted, he refused because to him, she was the love of his life. This behavior mirrors his TikTok videos, where he imitates characters from Scarface and The Godfather. 3 years after the murders of Anna and Rayburn, the trial finally begins. In court, prosecutors introduce another chilling piece of evidence. In the days leading up to the crime, Ally had sent Anna a series of text messages and voice recordings that were, to say the least, deeply disturbing and graphic. At one point, Ally laughs at the messages, but only a few minutes later, he grows uneasy and asks his attorney to turn them off. This trial isn't just about guilt or innocence. In both his TV interview and now in court, Ally insists his actions were a crime of passion, but prosecutors argue it was something very different. They contend it cannot be a crime of passion, since he drove from his apartment to Anna's with a loaded gun and killed 2 people. To them, the crime is clearly premeditated. The next to take the stand is Ally's former sister-in-law. Visibly emotional, she gets into a heated argument with Ally. As the trial draws to a close, the jury has gained a clear understanding of who Ally Abu Laban truly is. They have reviewed all the evidence and the full history of his relationship with Anna, allowing them to see his character in its entirety. With this in mind, and after only a brief deliberation, they deliver their final verdict. With the verdict finally delivered, Ally can no longer contain his emotions. The reality of his fate crashes down on him. For the first time, he fully grasps the gravity of the situation he now faces. His desperate attempts to portray himself as a devoted husband to manipulate public opinion and win sympathy have collapsed. Stripped of his facade, he breaks down in court. On the day of sentencing, before the judge announces his final decision, Ally reads a letter he has written. For 3 long days, Ally has taken the stand, defending himself under intense questioning. At last, he stands before the court, awaiting the decision that will determine the course of his life. Ultimately, Ally gets what he deserves. He's currently serving 2 consecutive life terms without parole, plus an additional 50 years to life.